Get the notes from the Hood Hard Day Conference, Word on the Streets magazine, and Hood Hard Hitmakers put you in fifth. If you missed it, pull out your pen. We've got it all. PR, business, law, rotations, marketing, and alternative media channels. That's the Hood Hard Day Conference, a wealth of knowledge hosted by Word on the Streets magazine and Hood Hard Hitmakers, all on your DI.
What?
D.I VideoCast cross. Oh, we in the Duddy talk right now.
Gotta be Duddy.
This is your girl Africa Live. DL is off the chain, man. Wow. Today's Duddy talk. We're talking about the Hood Hard Day Conference hosted by Word on the Street magazine and the Hood Hard Hitmakers. I'm sorry, I was like, Hood Hard. Yeah. In the hood. Yo. All right, basically, yo, DL, drop the knowledge. Let the people know, well, first of all, what the Hood Hard Conference was all about.
Okay, basically the Hood Hard Conference, it was basically for, unsigned independent artists, to basically
network.
Network and get a forum of how to get their, product put out there, promote themselves.
To go from a concept to reality.
Yeah, basically, the starts, the finish, who to go with, who not to go with, who to see first, who not to see at all. Depending on what your genre is.
What your genre is, what target base you're looking at. And predominantly a lot of the people that were there were Southern artists. So, not to say that the Hood Hard Day Conference is primarily for Southern artists, but that's the region we're in, so I guess that's, the people that were accessible. And considering that a lot of people
the people that
were in
wanted
Cancun.
To get it, though, came from,
they
Detroit,
came
Massachusetts.
It was one from Cow Country.
Arkansas. Yeah.
Arkansas is in the...
Are you affiliated with...
No, Missouri. It was one that was from Missouri.
Yeah.
I don't even know where Missouri is. What is Missouri?
Y'all got people for real? Let me take a picture with you.
Oh yeah, and they had a good performance. I must say they had a good performance. Their first song was a hit and miss, but their performance, the energy level was ridiculous. I gotta big them up for the performance aspect when they had the concert. But getting back to the topic at hand, basically. We're gonna talk about the entertainment laws.
Yeah.
And one of the first, what we came in on, one of the panels that they had was business law and entertainment law and how to manage your business so that you can be fruitful in this market. Because there's a lot of people, they jump on songs and they do collaborations with their homeboys and known artists in their region, and they don't see a single cent because other artists come in and they demand what they want, and you're like, yeah, man, you can get that, and it's a verbal agreement, and the next thing you know,
this cat got lawyers, and you just have to get on the song,
and then next thing you know, the song blows up, and you're still in your black tee while he's riding around in Red Monkey.
Yeah.
And got a chain hanging down to his dick, and
chain hang low, iced out. He's pushing little baby Bentley 300. He ain't got money.
Yeah, and
baby Bentley
you're still in your mother's Honda, talking about mama.
I'm on that song. Can I get paid? Nigga, I'll throw you some.
He give you enough money to buy a bottle of Cristal in the club and make you feel like you're balling.
Exactly. Basically, you gotta know the laws. Who to go through. If it's business, it's business. You
and also you gotta know when to go to a lawyer, because a lot of people aren't at the level where they can afford a lawyer.
True.
So, it's the basic thing is
contract yourself.
There are so many books out there. Just search the internet and find out laws, or go to this place called the library. Oh my God, they have books there.
What?
Yeah.
That shit ain't extinct either?
They even have libraries that are dedicated to law.
I had to look into that.
Yeah, but basically what it is number one, if you're a manager, well, first of all, bottom line, let's start from the beginning. Anybody that's starting a record label, starting a management company, a promotions company, or a PR company, number one, if you're going to be a PR, you have to have actual contacts. Not you know somebody to know somebody. Yeah. A PR, a publicist, basically their main thing is to connect people, put people together. Yeah. And you can't do that if you don't have a personal relationship with a lot of people inside the industry. And you know, so you can't go charging somebody to do something and put them on if you yourself still trying to get put on.
Example, you got your song out and you get whoever, MC such and such to do the hook, and you ain't never met this cat, but he got the hot hooks in the hood. Yeah. You know?
And you know, you're getting it and you're paying out your nose for it. Or you say you're going to get rotation because your boy works at such and such station. Guess what? You need to talk to bosses. And publicists are people that know bosses. Yeah. That's the number one thing. So if you're going to hire a publicist, y'all, Google them. That was the topic of the night. Google them. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Just happened that, you know, we can be Googled. Yeah. Anyway,
Google myself often.
Then the other thing is, if you're going to be a manager, manage your people correctly. When you go and book them at these clubs, find out if the clubs are registered with BMI or ASCAP or whomever the publishing company is that handles royalties and performing royalties and rights. Because if you're going to be, if you're doing mostly small shows and clubs, at least you can get paid off of that for performing rights. You're not going to get paid a whole grip, but you are going to have money coming back to you. I know a lot of people just want to do a show and want to get booked here and there, but you know, it's good to do your research. If you find out that the club isn't licensed, then you may want to contact, you know, your local offices that deal with that, and they'll be able to go out to the clubs and find out, because most clubs do hold performances and they should be paying people for, even if they're not the promoter themselves. The other thing is knowing what you own, owning your publishing. If you're an artist and you're not signed to a major label, own your publishing. Unless you know, submit your information to D.I VideoCast and give us permission to play your song without any monetary compensation, so that you can get global airplay. But in other instances, you know, you might get a blog, get on a mixtape, or get on the radio. Your song may blow up and you own nothing, and then everybody else who is smart enough to go mail it to themselves or pay the $15 to copyright it,
$15, people, come on.
Yeah, they own it. The other thing is promotions. Okay, everybody knows about the 5,000 flyers for $125. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. You get 5,000 flyers, but who are you giving it out to? What's your demographic? Where are you gonna go? Yeah. Are you just gonna push it in your block?
Okay, I just wanted to get on in the conference how they were saying go to the strip club. I just want. Why does that have to be the focus of, you know, I mean, you know, a lot of cats got their Star Jeezy, whoever, you know, that work for him. But if you're an artist, like a top artist like Common, you know what I'm saying, you can't start out.
Everything. The thing is knowing your demographic. That's the main thing. Understanding what your product, who your product targets. You know?
It's stupid to me that I don't understand how. Okay, I'm gonna be like Charlie Qualley and I'm gonna go with Jazzy Cheeks. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't really see what was the song that he remade with Jake, Just to Get By. I just don't see that happening inside, you know, Magic City.
Yeah, you know, and they're gonna look at him like, you know,
But there are people that have the strip circuit, as they say.
Yeah.
And they say that there are other avenues to go. If you are a young artist, you can try targeting the colleges and the high schools, doing a college and high school tour. You can do the urban, you can do the underground circuit.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and make your own thing where you can go to like local malls or local mom and pop stores and actually do in-store performances. I mean, it seems crazy, but don't go ahead and try to be a little innovative. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of people don't want to pay that little money to get something back. That's another problem. If you want something in return, you're going to have to pay whatever
pay it forward.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. And your number one thing is when you're promoting yourself, don't push your product on people. Make people interested in wanting to get it. I still can't understand to this day why every freaking flyer, whether it's a male or female, why every flyer has to have a woman with half her ass cheek out. Is that what appeals to? I mean, is that what the target demographic is now?
Thank you. Yeah, no need to even answer that.
D.I VideoCast, we coming back on the back end. Duddy Talk, Hood Hard Day Conference. It is what it is. With the Duddy Talk Hood Hard Day Conference held in the ATL at the Atrium on May 24th, 2007. Hosted by Word on the Streets magazine and the Hood Hard Hitmakers. And well, we talked about promotion on one end, but let's talk about magazines. One part of promotions, we touched on the promotions and publicity, right?
Yeah.
They're talking about being a publicist. One of the number one things is you have to know when you need a publicist. Because if you're just selling to the broads on your block, chances are you don't need a publicist.
And
now,
if you do need a publicist, you just need to give that up. You know what I'm saying? If that's all you're going for.
Now, if you've reached a significant amount of people in your neighborhood, in your community or in your region, and you've branched out to 2 other regions or two other states and have managed to get international airplay and constant rotation, then that's probably the time that you're going to need a publicist, because the publicist is going to groom you so that a major label can pick you up and pimp you, because that's all
it's going to happen. Ain't no way to get around the pimp game, period.
Unless you're planning on being an independent. And really and truly, an independent is the same thing. An independent, only thing y'all do is prepare yourself. You get enough units out so that you can have, so that you can have say in your contractual agreement, so that you can be pimped. And please, don't go to Koch. I mean, not for nothing. Koch is like being on Tommy Boy in the 80s.
What was they saying about Jim Jones? Balling?
So he said,
yeah, only sold 300.
Yo, and Koch, and that's what Koch is known for. They don't sell more. They don't even go past. They don't even go gold.
So this is
industry. This is industry affiliates telling you that Ballin only did 300,000
units. That ain't even gold.
That ain't even. I mean, that means that he's still getting. That means that he's still getting 2,500 a show. I mean, if you know about promotions and market, if you know about promotions and show promotions and what you pay an artist, after a certain amount of units, you can demand a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
That means you're only getting 25,000 a show. So stop acting 2,500 a show. So stop acting like you balling, bitch. Get a job. Anyway, I'm sorry. Tangent. Oops. My bad. Magazines.
Yeah.
All right. Back in the days, we only had the Source. All right, we had the Source and Word Up. No, I'm talking about days, the 80s. Yeah,
okay.
Us.
Yeah.
We only had the Source.
Word Up.
And Word Up.
Word Up.
Now they got things like Break Magazine, They got newsletters like what is it? Making It magazine. They got Indie magazine. I'm sorry.
I'm in the shop.
They got Southeast Industry Report. They got, of course, the daddy of them all, The Source. Right?
I think this is going to be good.
Street Reports, and then Ozone Magazine and Word on the Streets.
Yeah.
Artists have so many venues or vehicles or channels for them to put their information out. I mean, yeah, it might be $300, $400 here, but an investment into your career and your success, if you really want it, get it.
You pay that $300, $400, and you got somebody over there in Cali that might not even heard your shit.
And they're going to say, well, let me check out his MySpace, or let me check out this, or whatever. Yeah. How can I connect? And with the world being digital right now, it is important to explore every possible venue and vehicle that you can to get your product out.
The email accounts, the web pages.
Exactly. You got outside of the magazines, outside of the stuff that you have to read or physically go out and find and buy. They now have subscriptions. They also have online versions of every magazine has an online version.
Yeah.
You can email the editors and I mean you can basically now chat, and I am the writers.
Hell, if you get the right people together, you can do your own magazine.
Yeah, I mean,
being if you know somebody that got a little bit of intelligence that has been to a library, like we said earlier, and write your own forum, they might check it out.
Blogs. Blogs are another form of communication that can be used and can be managed if managed correctly, can be highly effective if your target demographic actually reads.
Yeah.
You won't find them in the strip club. Unless, they're reading a porn story, an erotica story. But we have like Mouth of the South. You have allhiphop.com, and they was kind of talking greasy about all hip hop, but not for nothing. I don't know the people, so I'm not going to say nothing about it. But there are a lot of entities now that allow you to push your music, i.e. D.I VideoCast, all in your ear hole and other places in between.
Yeah.
D.I Radio is worldwide,
international.
Exactly. And we give artists the opportunity to have their music played in different markets, and we give positive feedback. I mean, we are crucial, but we use industry standards to base our opinions on. It's not like we made this stuff up.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there are other things that exist. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions by an artist is the belief that they can go straight to radio when they get a single. Let me tell you what the DJ said. Radio is the last place that you want to go. The last place. Because the radio, they are a corporate entity, and their main concern is using names to boost their sales. And if you have no name, meaning you have no publicists that can put you in the right places, then you get no rotation. And you might get that.
How you gonna get a spin in between Jay-Z and the 300,000 unit man, Jim Jones, balling? I mean, what do you think that you ain't had a record out? You know what I'm saying? You done got your I want to be a baller get played in between that rotation.
Oh, so, wait, and what did the DJ say? If you haven't put in any time, Billy Rankin, I love you, man. You're fucking crazy. I love you. It said if you haven't put any time in and you think that we owe you something.
Exactly.
You lucky as D.I VideoCast in the building giving people a blog.
Once again, it's a do your history thing. Once again, do your history.
You know, you're lucky because back in my days when I wanted to rhyme, I had to stand in front of the mirror dumb long You know, the first time I got on the stage, it was like, oh my God. I mean, I've been writing since I was like 10.
Yeah.
The first time I ever got on the stage, I was 15. You know what I mean? And it took me 3 years before they stopped throwing rocks. Ow. Flashbacks. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody owes you shit, but you just put one single out there that might even be hot.
And you know, and up off of that, you know, what I've been doing broadcasts for 15 years,
yeah.
And it just got popping. You know, because I figured, do it yourself.
Yeah.
You spend enough time doing it, you realize that hey, with the right training and the right equipment, I could do this. But you got to put time in it because nothing happens overnight. I know people that had the opportunities to get signed and was standing there and had the presidents of record labels telling them, yo, whatever, and they was like, nah, I don't feel like doing it. Bitch, do you know how many people would jump at these opportunities? And not for nothing, I'm gonna call my man out. Yo, Bo, you had a chance of a lifetime and you shared it on it. And first of all, you know, coming from where you coming from, it's kind of hard. But hey, it is what it is. You lost a chance. There's a million people out there that's willing to jump at it. So, you know, put in your time and work and effort. And when you meet these DJs, create a working, personal relationship with them. A personal working relationship. Meaning, you know, don't, when you first see them, roll up on them and be like, yo, I got this hot shit. No. Ask their opinion. People rather you ask them their opinion than to just throw some shit at them and tell them what it is. Let me develop my own opinions.
Well, you also, they said come at them professionally, you know.
Yeah, don't be like, yo, son, you know what I mean? You want this, you know what I mean?
Hey, this is the hot shit right here, bro. I'm standing there twisting your hair, you know what I'm saying? Looking down while you talking to them. Be professional about your shit. I mean, you ain't got to be three-piece suited up.
But you know what? Presentation is 3/4, and I've been saying that from the beginning, you know. Always. Your outside organization should always, your outside presentation should reflect your inside organization. In the end of it all, you know your business, know your laws, get the right contacts and make a working relationship with the people that you need. If you have a MySpace account, you know, every now and again, just hit up 1 or 2 people just to say hi. You don't push no product, just to say hi. And oh, please, don't post no ads on my goddamn site. I will erase your comment. I'm sorry, I don't post no blogs. I'm like PBN.
I made $300,000 today by selling these credit cards.
But it is what it is. D.I VideoCast, raw deal. Damn, dirty talk.
Dirty talk.
Dirty talk, giving you the raw deal, right?
Yeah.
And in regards to the artists that we have, the artists, right? Yeah. That we met, the artists.
Oh yeah, the artists.
All right, we met a lot of artists out there. Let's touch on a few of the artists that we met.
The Hitman DJs, you know, they had you know what I'm saying, part of the panel.
Yeah.
You know, the Hitman DJs. What's his name? Oh, got the information right here. Yeah, Bigger Rankin, you know what I'm saying, Real Nigga Radio.
I love that nigga, man. That nigga is so real.
Crystal Bubbly, one of the
Crystal
awesome,
Bubbly.
You know
yes. She's from, I don't remember, she's from North Carolina. She's a radio personality, and she said, please do not confuse her with a DJ. She's also president of the Bum Squad and an affiliate of the core DJs, and she sits on the main team, on the main board.
If you need any information, crystalbubbling@aol.com. Once again, out of North Carolina. You know, Hitman DJs, Casper, he's the president. Hitman DJs. Yeah,
and you can check him out on his MySpace.
Yeah. Bigger Rankin, Real Nigga Radio.
You got to check that nigga out. He's ridiculous. He's actually the head A&R for Slip and Slide Records. But I told you fell off. Anyway.
I gotta send personal shout out.
Oh my God, here we go.
Gloria, appreciate the picture. No, you know what I'm saying? She hit us. She hit me up with the little, you know what I'm saying, promotional CD, R&B mixtape, and it's actually kind of good. If you want to check it out, www.crystalbubbling.com. Tarvoria.com. You know, Innocent, another artist out of Florida. You can, say on MySpace, Innocent TPG.
Oh, you know who I was really digging when I heard their flow? Dude from Blue Blood Records.
Yeah.
K9.
K9?
It's K9. It's two people. I think it's two people. Is it one person or two people?
The duo.
They like. Are they twins or some shit?
I got lost in the performance after 2 tones.
D.I VideoCast, all in your ear hole, Dirty Talk. Shouting out the artists and all of the affiliates of the Hood Hard Day Conference. Gotta say a special thank you and shout out to Isis and DJ Aries for putting it on. We really appreciate it. D.I VideoCast appreciated the ability to be amongst all of those people and that wealth of knowledge. Thank you very much. D.I VideoCast is out the building. This has been Duddy Talk, your girl Africa line, of course.
DL, get affiliated.
Yes.
Get affiliated in the world.
I know you see me, bitches.